Good afternoon again, and continuing on my last video. That small drink, I had the smallest bottle of wine that you can get in the supermarket, a miniature, led me to another 1.5 years of hell. If I thought I had reached a low in 2004 with the police, with the feeling as bad as I did and the hospital admission, there is another low that was coming. The 1.5 years after I lifted that drink, when I had no need to lift it, I just wanted the warm glow. I had been listening when they said it will never ever go back to that sense of ease and comfort that I had before. It will never go back to the social type of drinking. It will progress, and if you have another alcoholic drink, then you will progress further into alcoholism. Now, since I did that, I have seen people who have been 20 years sober who have tried it again, and within a very short time of their lives they have died or are in a hospital with Korsakoffs, or are leading themselves into police situations and they cannot stop. I have no desire to drink today, absolutely no desire. But it's so easy for anyone who has had an issue, if they are in trouble or if they're stressed or if people in their family, things are going on with them, then they may be tempted to lift a drink. And I can say, if you're a social drinker, then that's fine, you can stop. If you suffer the disease of alcoholism, I would beg you not to lift a drink. If you recognise that alcohol is causing you issues in your marriage, in your finance, in the criminal justice system, if you end up homeless, if your behaviour changes and you find that you're hiding drink, you're being devious, you're stealing to get drink, you're going into places that you would never ever be in, you're not a bad person. You are suffering an illness from which you can recover, but it's only one day at a time, and you have to want to get there, because it's not easy. It's not the easiest thing in the world. But as I say, these last the 1.5 years after I lifted the drink, I was living in my own home, away from my husband, who could not stand me. I had been 2.5 years sober and he wouldn't speak to me, and I was devastated. He sought divorce, separation. I begged him that I would change. He thought I could never change. He'd been so hurt by what I had done, and no wonder. My boys accepted me, but were very, very uneasy, because they didn't know if they could trust me again when I said I had stopped drinking. And of course, lifting the drink, all their prophecies were fulfilled. I did it again. And by this time I was leading myself towards a death in the most horrific way. An alcoholic death is a horrible, horrible death, either to witness or to endure. I was now going out in the street in my pyjamas. I was being lifted off the street. I was being taken to hospital. I was at home hiding bottles in a house that there was nobody else in. I wasn't eating. The food in my fridge was rotten. And my boys were devastated, and I couldn't do a thing about it. And then, by the grace of God, one day On the 6th of June 2008, I returned. The only place, because I couldn't keep drink down by this time. I couldn't keep water down, I was vomiting, I felt so ill. And I knew Alcoholics Anonymous worked. And I got myself there that night, and the people who saw me really thought I would never survive the weekend. It was a Friday night. And I myself didn't think I would survive the weekend. I was taken home, and the weekend was horrendous. I was seeing things, I was shaking, I was sweating. I couldn't keep water down, and I honestly thought, I'm going to die in my house of alcoholism, and I'm alone. I didn't tell anybody else, I didn't phone anybody else. I was prepared to meet my Maker. And that day I prayed to God in a way that I'd never prayed before. And I said, if you can keep me sober, I will get back. I will do everything that's asked of me. And please God, keep me sober and keep me safe. And I did. And from that day to this, I have never had another alcoholic drink. And in the next video, I will share the heartache of the last 11 years, but the absolute wonder and the miracle that I don't need to touch alcohol in any shape or form for me to get through the day. And I'm so happy that I'm happy within, and I'm content within, and I've lost ego. I got rid of ego. I don't care what people think of me. I have to share my story because there are other people out there in other parts of the world who are me, who are drinking themselves to death. So I'll see you in the next one, okay? From Owly, Pussycat and myself. See ya.